Hello everyone, thank you for joining and welcome to today's webinar about Pelco's new models of the Spectra Enhance 7 IR Lookup Camera series. My name is Marion L'Huillier, Global Product Marketing Manager at Pelco, and I will be your moderator for today. In today's training, we'll be talking about the Spectra Enhance 7 IR Lookup product positioning, features, specs, and other details to help you prepare you to sell these two new models. Spectra Enhance 7 IR Lookup IP-PTZ is ideal for critical infrastructures such as bridges, cities, roadways, ports, airports, transportation, and stadiums, providing top-tier image quality, performance, and intelligence embedded features. You are all familiar with the current product, which is the 2-megapixel 30x models that includes lookup capabilities to see 30 degrees above horizon, IR illumination of up to 200 meters, high-speed tracking with direct drive system, and the advanced analytics suite that brings higher accuracy, detection, and classification of people and objects. The two new models include, of course, the current features with some additional ones. It has a higher resolution and details with the two new models. We have the 4K 20x and the 2-megapixel 40x. It provides steady vibration correction enabled by optical image stabilization. The laser focus assist offers very clear details in difficult lighting conditions, while the integrated wiper helps maintain the image quality in wet conditions. Spectra Enhance 7 IR Lookup models optimize image clarity and capture critical information while tracking a moving target in high vibration and low light environments. This slide shows the full Spectra line of camera and family positioning. With these two new offers and the top of the ends of the portfolio, Pelco expands our breadth of offers in this market. From the cost-effective professional lines to the higher performance of the enhanced lines. Both lines offer dome and integrated IR lookup cameras. These two new offers sit at the high end of the portfolio, offering the cutting-edge features for the most demanding of security applications. Let's cover product key messages. IR-PTZ lookup for expansive coverage in all lighting conditions. It allows customers to achieve wide area coverage for long-range detail in poorly lit areas, while accurately capturing targets with the best-in-class PTZ and images technologies. In this slide, I'm only going to focus on the new features as you are familiar with the existing ones. The 2-megapixel 40x and the 4K 20x models include laser focus assist that rapidly pinpoints focus of targets, delivering crystal clear details in fast changing scenes due to the camera or target movements and difficult lighting conditions. The optical image stabilization is available on the 2-megapixel 40x model that optimize image clarity in high vibration environments by maintaining resolution for high zoom ratios above 30x in low light conditions. Advanced analytics increase the camera's ability to easily categorize people and vehicles within the scene. Security personnel can focus on situations needing immediate attention for quicker and decisive responses and analyze the information to improve operational efficiencies. Vandal and water resistant, the 2-megapixel 40x model also includes a wiper to help maintain the image quality in wet conditions. Finally, we offer customers peace of mind with a 5-year warranty, on-site support, and 24/7 phone support. Let's now take a look at how the Spectra Enhanced 7 IR lookup is used in different scenarios. We'll start with ports. Ports are high traffic areas where personnel need to locate containers and areas of backlog. The Spectra Enhanced 7 IR lookup features resolution up to 4K and 40x optical zoom, providing more pixels on target and crisp details on the scene, enabling you to see wide areas and zoom in into crowded spaces for quick and accurate object detection and recognition, optimizing response times and operational decision-making. It improves operational efficiency with a camera that can monitor an expensive and crowded area with 360 degrees views and objects 30 degrees above the horizon, delivering clear details in difficult lighting conditions. Let's continue with bridges. Operators need to get clear images despite the bridge's vibration, low light, windy, and wet climate conditions. Spectra Enhanced 7 IR lookup 2 megapixel 40x is equipped with optical image stabilization. It helps deliver crisp images, correcting vibration, and maintaining resolutions at high zoom ratios. Personnel can monitor traffic flow or identify a vehicle easily despite difficult lighting, wet conditions, and bridge vibration. And lastly, safe cities. Cities tend to switch off city parks lights and roadways lights at night to save money as well as reduce light pollution. It can be challenging to capture the plate numbers of a vehicle with a license plate between the headlights. Spectra Enhanced 7 IR lookup allows you to capture objects very quickly at a distance and zoom in while the IR illuminates the scene. Featuring laser focus assist, the camera series provides crystal clear images in very harsh lighting, providing forensic data like license plates necessary for investigations. You can focus on a license plate on a moving car at night with the headlights glaring into the camera with confidence.
Thank you, Marion. My name is Rob Yaki, and I'm the Worldwide Product Manager for Pelco's Positioning Cameras. It is my pleasure to be with you here today and to talk about these exciting new offers and the new technical capabilities they bring to our premium critical infrastructure customers. Now I would like to review how the new Spectra Enhanced 7 IR Lookup Series cameras complement our existing 2 megapixel 30x option that we launched mid last year. Across many of the critically important specs, the IR Lookup Series cameras deliver the same best-in-class performance for our existing customers, including this new ball-type camera form factor that removes the fixed dome for a flat glass lens cover. This also allows the camera to tilt above the horizon to plus 30 degrees. The integrated VeriZoom IR 200-meter illumination tracks with the lens to illuminate not only what is needed, but zooms together with the lens to provide optimal coverage. The direct drive motor provides speed, accuracy, and reduced lifetime maintenance, and they all offer a full 5-year warranty. Additionally, these also share many of the great features in our existing Spectra Enhanced 7 series dome cameras, including full HD video and high zoom for outstanding details, Pelco Basic, Enhanced, and Advanced Analytics Suites powered by MSI technologies, plus Pelco Camera Link and auto tracking to automate many laborious security tasks. Pelco Sure Vision, outstanding low light and wide dynamic range performance to deliver in very difficult lighting conditions. Up to 3 simultaneous streams with H.265, Pelco Smart Compression technology to reduce both bandwidth and storage requirements. Power flexibility and redundancy for easy to install and reliability. And lastly, some of the broadest temperature ranges and durability specifications to meet demanding environmental applications. To learn more about these best-in-class features that we already are delivering to the market, Please review the launch materials from the Spectra Enhanced 7 Series domes and IR lookup cameras presented last year. Today, we are going to focus on the exciting new features that these cameras bring to the Spectra IR lookup portfolio. First, we will discuss OIS on the 2 megapixel 40x option and how it compares to the EIS with gyros technology on the rest of the line. Next, we will spend some time talking about the laser focus assist offered on both of these new cameras. Lastly, while we are not going to get into a lot of details, both these cameras offer a wiper for wet applications. Truly, the Spectra 7 Enhanced IR Lookup Series cameras bring premium new capabilities to the overall Spectra Enhanced 7 camera portfolio for our most demanding customers. Now I'd like to turn our attention to diving into our OIS technologies and how it compares with the EIS with gyro offers. Our optical image stabilization uses tiny gyro sensors and motors within the lens module to move lens elements, counteracting yaw and pitch camera vibration. Referring to the picture on the right, in the case at the top, where there is no camera shake, you can see that the dotted line, a ray of light, passes through the lens, always hitting the same pixel on the image plane. This results in a clear image and steady video. Moving to the middle case, where there's a camera shake with no optical image stabilization, the light ray is bent as it passes through the lens, hitting different pixels on the image plane. This results in blur and shaking video. So EIS with a gyro can improve the shaking to appear more steady, but because the blur is captured as part of the image, it cannot fix the blurred images. In the last case, where one has camera shake with optical image stabilization, gyros and motors in the lens move some of the elements counter to the camera movement, so that the ray of light is bent to always hit the same pixel, resulting in clear images and steady videos. Now let's look at how EIS with gyro compares to this new OIS technology. We'll start with the pros of OIS. First off, OIS provides a full image. When you're using EIS, pixels on the image border provide the buffer needed to compensate for moving the image around. The result is a reduced image size from scaling. And as part of all this processing, EIS will reduce image quality due to those post-processing artifacts and scaling. EIS also suffers more in low light conditions and long zoom, since it is trying to compare frame contrast and pixel positions from multiple frames to align the images. As such, more power is needed for EIS to capture additional images and process them for the final image. One of the big issues is you can have longer exposure times now with OIS because of those issues, whereas EIS, the motion smearing will be seen, so shorter exposures should always be used. OIS can also be used with the WDR features. EIS, because of processing limitations, is mutually exclusive with high WDR. So let's jump over, to EIS with gyros and the pros of that. The first is OIS. It can correct for pan and tilt angular movement, so yaw and pitch, but it cannot compensate for roll, whereas EIS can. Also, EIS is significantly less expensive to implement in a camera. We are working to publish some videos that compare our OIS and EIS technologies. Look for availability announcements in the upcoming weekly updates. Okay, in the meantime, I do have some lab tests here, and you got a lot of things going on. So across the top two windows here, we have a 2 megapixel 30x option zoomed in at 30x. And across the bottom here, we have the 2 megapixel 40x option with OIS. So in the left-hand side here, you see the EIS and OIS off. And so we're on a shaker table here, and you can see quite a bit of movement. So moving to the right-hand side, in the top right, we have EIS on, so we still have some shake. And in the bottom right, we have OIS on. And you can see first off, it clears up a significant more of the shaking going on, even at the larger zoom ratio. The next thing I'd like to show you is on the top here. Let me just go ahead and pause this video real quick. Take a look at the edges of these squares. There's quite a bit of blurring along the edges, the tops and the sides of each one of these squares. That's the blur that we're picking up because of the image is captured while the camera is moving. Now looking at OIS, I'm going to go ahead and stop this one. You can see the edges of these squares are just really sharp because we're capturing at the same pixel and we're not getting that same blur within the images. So I think you can clearly see that quite a bit less shake, quite a bit more clarity within the images as we compare OIS back to EIS. And again, we'll try to get some real world videos of these getting cleaned up and posted for you to use. Now I want to turn our attention to laser focus assist. These two new cameras have an integrated TOF, or time of flight module. You can see it on the front of the camera, the two lenses to the right of the camera lens. I've highlighted it below with the red circle. Our laser module transmits non-visible, non-harmful IR light at a wavelength of 905 nanometers. While this light is not visible to the naked eye, the laser dot may be seen in the camera video for a brief moment after the completion of a position move because it captures light a little differently. Additionally, the laser meets the International Laser Safety Standard 6825 Class 1 for use in any environment. This laser pulse, once it leaves, will go to the target and reflect back to the receiver in the TOF module. That will in turn generate the object's distance to the camera. This distance metric is used to determine a focus reference point. Remember, with conventional autofocus, the image has to have adequate contrast and sharp edges that can be analyzed by the focus algorithm to find a peak focus point. Low contrast, low light, and scenes with multiple light sources can compromise the autofocus performance and ability to find a focus point. With laser focus, you know what focus position needs to be regardless of the scene's conditions because we are using a metric that is not impacted by light and changing conditions. For the focus algorithm, we offer three modes: off, auto, and priority. In the off mode, conventional autofocus is used to find the optimal focus. In the auto mode, the camera utilizes the built-in laser to determine the object distance at the center of the image and uses this as a reference point to start performing a quick or a fine focus scan to find the optimal focus. While in priority mode, the camera uses the built-in laser to determine the object distance at the center of the image and sets the typical or expected focus position relative to this distance without refining the focus. Priority mode will acquire focus the fastest, but there are cases where this mode does not achieve optimal focus. Priority mode relies on getting the correct distance readings, and several other parameters come into play here that can introduce errors causing slightly out of focus images. Also, some targets create challenges with getting reliable distances from the TOF module, including things like glass, tinted windows, and fast-moving objects. For these cases, we offer auto mode to fill the gap. This utilizes the strengths of both focus methods to achieve optimal focus, but takes a little longer to get the final focused image. I have put some lab test results here for your consideration. As you can see in the off mode represented by the 2 megapixel 30x offer, the focus time is around 1.38 seconds. Now, when the priority mode is selected in the 4 megapixel 20x camera, the focus is achieved, on the average of about 0.18 seconds in the exact same scenes. This is nearly an 8x decrease in time, resulting in a much more usable video when the camera is repositioned. Now I want to show some videos demonstrating the differences. On my display, I have 3 videos of the same 4K 20x camera running the same tour in 3 different laser focus assist modes in our IQ lab here in Fort Collins. The tours are slightly time offset to help with the comparison. First, in the upper left is the off mode and will lead the tour. In the upper right shows the auto mode and will lag the first video. And lastly, in the lower left is the priority mode. We have disabled the focus trace algorithm so that the camera does not try to focus while moving to really highlight the effect of the laser focus assist. Now, let me go ahead and get these running. So in the first transition we do, we move to a lower lit target on the near side of the room. Note the off mode struggles to find the focus with the auto and priority snapping to focus. There are some fine adjustments in the auto mode that are really hard to see. Now the camera is transitioned back to the wall on the well-lit wall on the far side of the room, and all of them focus relatively well. Lastly, we're going to zoom into the MTF target with the orange bullseye. Again, the traditional algorithm struggles to land on a good focus, while the auto and priority modes snap to a good focus. Hopefully this clearly shows the advantage of this amazing new feature. Let me just shut these off here. In summary, this slide offers a convenient bulleted list of the main features offered in the Spectra Enhanced 7 IR Lookup Series cameras. Clearly, these Spectra Enhanced cameras close the gap in the Pelco Spectra camera portfolio to the competition in the premium PTZ IR lookup ball type space.